let's go over the workouts for Tuesday. So after warming up, we're gonna start with a little bit of sprint work. So you can choose if you want to bike, run, or row, just depending on whatever equipment you have, whichever one you would prefer. If you want to jump, you can, but if you don't have a bike or a rower, it's probably best that you would run. So we're doing 4 rounds, starting with 1 minute of a sprint, and that sprint means about 75 to 85% of your max effort. So that 1 minute is not 100% going as hard as you can, because you still have quite a bit of work, but pushing pretty hard during that 1 minute. And then you'll have a minute of rest, and then just walk around a little bit. Try not to just sit down or lay down during your rest. 30 seconds of sprint, and then that's where you can push a little harder, about 90 to 100% of your max effort, and then another 30 seconds of rest. So 4 rounds of that. Even if in that first round you're pushing real hard, and in that last round you're slowing down quite a bit, that's all right. We're just looking for that hard work and a little bit of rest. That's what's really gonna work well for you, okay? After that, we'll go to the MetCon, which is 3 rounds for time. Starting with the equipped version, we have lateral dumbbell burpees, alternating dumbbell snatches, pull-ups or rows, bent over rows, and then dumbbell swings. So for the equipped, it's written 4 dumbbells, but you can do it with all the movements with a kettlebell or with a sandbag. Just try to choose one piece of equipment to use. So for the lateral burpees, we have our weight. Lateral just means when you're on the side, you go down, chest all the way down, jump over. And you don't have to stand all the way up when you jump. You can do your burpee just like that. You can stay a little crouched. After that, we have the alternating dumbbell snatches. You guys all know this, from the floor, overhead, switching, alternating. Remember to really use your legs. Don't just lift with your back. Really lean down there. Squat down. Okay, and then we have pull-ups or rows. So if you have a pull-up bar, you can use that. If you have a table, you want to do pull-up, like table rows, you can do that. Otherwise, with your piece of equipment, we're doing bent over rows. So here, you can hold just from the handle, both arms bent over, pull to your sternum or right below your sternum, really squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top. Here, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, you have those. And then dumbbell swings. So these might be a little awkward, but they definitely work. Like I said, trying to keep it with one piece of equipment. So with your dumbbell, holding it with both hands together. And then just like we would for a kettlebell swing, pushing your hips back and then driving your hips forward. So here, all the way overhead. Okay. For the equipped version, let's say you only have a kettlebell, you don't have dumbbells. It'll be the same movements, burpee over, just make sure to really clear the handle, or you can lay the kettlebell down. And then you have snatches. So if you've never done kettlebell snatches or cleans before, they're a little bit different in the way you move your hand. If we were to do it just like we do a barbell or a dumbbell with that high elbow and a quick turnover, the kettlebell is just going to end up hitting the back of your wrist, and that's really not comfortable and not really the proper way to do it. So for a snatch, what really happens is, so we're here, we're going to swing it out because that's what the kettlebell is made for, it's to swing. So we're here, swing it out a little bit. Right here, we're starting to turn our wrist out. So what happens is the kettlebell is going to rotate around instead of flipping over. So we're here, you're gonna bring it in just a little bit, roll it to the side, rotate it out, and then press it up at the top. So let's see if I can demonstrate this. So we're here, really focusing on that roll out. And alternating. That way when you do that little pull in, rotate, and then press, the kettlebell is not just hitting the back of your hand, and it's a lot more smooth. Okay? And then swings like normal. For the unequipped or body weight version, we're just grabbing an odd object today and doing the same movement. So I have my backpack. We'll do burpees over the backpack, and then we'll do ground to overhead. So with that, you can either do snatches all the way up, here, up, or you can stop it at your shoulders and do a clean and jerk. Here, clean, up. And then I would go both sides for that, okay? So ground to shoulder, and then we have the rows. So same thing, bent over row, nice flat back, hold your chest, really squeeze at the top. Okay. And then finally we have odd object swings. So here I have my object, and you can use whatever you can find around the house. And squeeze. Okay. With this object, just the way I have to hold it, I would just go to eye level. If you have a more sturdy object and you feel comfortable going overhead, you can do that. But with this one, I just went to eye level so it doesn't flip all over.